season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Brady. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Brady now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of
How
10.
best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The tackle made at the...
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception. Obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we're going to try it again later.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 13.
They go play action with Hurts. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. Past the 20.
It's sad they pay me. I'll do this for
He
free.
will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Lions nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
On second down, Swift.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Going deep downfield for Moss. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A well-executed 22-yard gain. There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and he'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Buccaneers 14, Lions 7.
The
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox.
Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Suck up for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Lions 7.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's now 3rd and 3.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Swift. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
He's across midfield to the...
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Joe. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 89 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Hurts.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Complete to John Ross. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Buccaneers' 41-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Throwing is Hurts.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Hurts. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now, Swift, and very little there. He might have have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Field on the tackle.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got it, the tight end Hawkinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Touchdown out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon. So
the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
2nd and 5.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
Good.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Swift. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Space to run past the 20. That's a room to run now. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
score, Buccaneers 35, Lions 28.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs on a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On play action, now Brady. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throw here right side. He holds it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
25-yard line.
On first down, Hurts. Looking for Hutchinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after here coming up. Sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. 35-35. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brady steps away to his left. Being chased out left. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Fournette, a first down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To the ground, this time Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Complete to
Mike Evans, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 42, Lions 35.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running is Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard line.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, Swift. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Well, let's listen in on the call. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty, all right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. They'll look to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. It's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take...
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. An incredibly short kick fielded way up and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Back to throw. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's back to throw. Oh, crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play in the catch.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29.
Brady's pass intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Lions.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated.